Yeah,
Okay,
don't.
I'm live, so. I'm always afraid that no one will show because I've messed something up. Hi, Mia.
Okay, Mia,
Hi, Gavin.
Hi.
good morning. Can you hear us?
Good morning. Yes, I can. Good morning, Frank.
Yep, very good.
Hey, Joe,
Okay, we're just gonna give people a minute to get connected. Hi, Henry.
Yeah, don't play, please. I don't want you to be disconnected. Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, there's Mia.
Morning, Henry. Okay. Gavin, Owen.
You want us to be muted?
There's Jack. Good morning, Jack. How are you? Big smile this morning. Glad to see ya. Owen, how are you doing?
Is that here?
You look like a businessman, you know that, with your printer back there. I always feel like Owen has an important business meeting to go to after these lessons. I'm hoping we're going to see, I'm also hoping for Alden and Moisen and Jazzy and maybe Leo. We'll see. So shall we give them just another minute and see if they join in? Okay, good. How are you guys?
Oh, is that my sister? No.
I also have Miss Tracy's going to help me with this one. So she's hanging out as well. Everybody good?
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Is it going to be raining all day, do you think? Henry, it's raining here. How about where you are? Yeah.
Today is supposed to be our one not rainy day here.
Oh, okay.
It's gray and miserable here.
It is kind of miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is gray and miserable here.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about first, to catch up with where we've been with our grammar. You guys have had the lessons with the, there's Alden. Excellent.
Oh yeah, there he is.
He'll be there shortly. Good morning, Alden. Glad you could join us. So we had just started talking about the grammar experience that we have had already. You have had a lot of experience with nouns. So who would like to tell me a little bit about what we know about nouns?
For a person, place, or thing.
Yes. So nouns are the names of people, places, and things. Absolutely. So there are a lot of nouns, right? There's a noun for every person, place, or thing. So that's a lot of nouns in our language.
Yeah.
How about, what other parts of speech have we worked with? What goes with nouns?
Article, adjective, noun.
Nice. Okay, so let's talk about articles. What's the job of an article? Henry, you look like you have something to say. No. Okay. Who can tell me about the job of an article? It might help if we're looking at the
It's the beginning of a sentence. I know.
Have we talked about this yet?
No.
Okay, here's my noun family. I have mama noun, and baby article goes everywhere with her. Okay? Because the article's job is to tell me whether I'm talking about a particular noun, the hat, or any noun will be fine. An apple. Go get me an apple. I don't care which apple. Right? And then we have big sister adjective. She sometimes gets to go along. What does the adjective do?
Describe.
Yeah, it's a describing word. Yeah, the adjective tells us which or what kind of. So if I'm talking about an apple and I say a fresh apple, the adjective fresh is telling me what kind of apple. And you guys have done all kinds of practice with those grammar boxes. You have written lots and lots of phrases with nouns, articles, and adjectives and symbolized them. For example, a big dog. You guys remember that work, right? So now it's time to move on to the next very important element of grammar. Here is our noun, the pyramid. It is strong, it is stable, it is the oldest part of our language, and it has lasted for many, 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 many generations. But if I take this pyramid and I want it to move, will I get it to move? No. Even if I shout at it, if I say, move, pyramid, pyramid, come on, move. Nothing. It's not going to do anything. It's very stationary, right? Okay, nouns, they don't do anything.
Because it has no wheels.
On the other hand, this red ball is action.
Action.
So Miss Circe is going to help me demonstrate. I'm going to switch my camera. Okay. You ready, Miss Circe? Oh, they can't see our heads. That's okay. They just need to see the running around. Okay. This red ball is action. Go. Do you see it rolling?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's out of frame. Okay, you see it? Ooh, did you see it bounce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it bump? Still going.
I think it went into the bathroom.
Yeah, I think that's happening.
You roll a ball at school.
Oh, there it
There it
is.
is. There it is. It's under the table. It's under the table.
Okay. Okay. Did you see it stop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just animation.
Thanks.
There was a ball rolling around.
I can only see friend.
Okay. That was not quite as exciting for me as when we do it all together. But some of you sounded like you were enjoying it. So,
Funny.
this ball bounced. It rolled. What else did it do? Henry. It jumped.
It hit stuff.
Mia, did you say it skipped?
Those are all actions.
It
Yeah.
hit stuff.
And how about at the end? Did anybody see it stop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Stop is also an action. Yeah. So you got to see it do a lot of actions, even though sometimes it went out of the frame. You still got to see it. Okay, I'm going to switch the camera so that we can start on the grammar box. Thanks, Miss Circe, for your help. So having the grammar box lesson this way is a little less exciting for you because you have to just watch me do it instead of getting to do it yourself. So at the end of this, I'm going to give you some materials that you can use to practice at home. Oh my, this is not the color box I want. Maybe it is. Okay, kind of messy. So you're going to have to watch me put it together here real fast.
Open is upside down.
Hey,
Hey, somebody, turn.
Is it facing the right way for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Can you read it? No.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you read the word?
Now, you might have to get out of your seats to do some of these actions.
Okay.
Let's start with,
okay.
okay, who's got a book nearby?
We
Can
do.
anybody find a book real quick where you are? Okay. And our first phrase says,
To open the book. I got an open book.
open the book. So do that action for me, please.
Open my book.
Great. Okay. And while you're opening the book, I'm going to make that phrase with these small cards. Okay.
Open the book.
Resting in the book, see it.
Open the book. Open the book.
Okay. All right. So our first phrase is open the book.
Wait,
And
oh,
then what did our second phrase say?
shut the book.
Shut the
Shut
book.
the book. So take your book that you just
Book.
opened and shut the book.
Shut
Okay.
the book.
In my phrase here,
Shut the house.
in my phrase here, which word is going to change? And that's what you just did.
Open. Open is
Yep.
gonna
Open changes
Open,
to
open, 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 open.
Gavin. Open changes to what?
Wow.
Shut.
Yeah. Open
Close.
is going
To
change
shut. To shut.
Okay.
Shut
To match
the
the
book.
action that you just did with your book. Okay, I can
Shut
I
the
can
book.
hey Gavin and Jack, I see we're having a lot of fun and I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. We just have to make sure everybody's getting to enjoy it. So we're going to have to keep the extra comments to a minimum, okay? All right, it's time to symbolize our phrase. Excuse me, guess what I get to start calling these? Sentences. Because they now have an action in them. I get to call them sentences now. I like to start by identifying the nouns. So where is the noun in this sentence?
Book.
Yeah. So I'm going to take my symbol and I'm going to symbolize book because book is my noun. What other part of speech do we have here? Let's think about our noun family. What other part of speech always goes with
Adjective.
Yeah, well, an adjective sometimes goes with.
Yeah.
Do I have an adjective here?
Oh.
I don't think I have a word telling me what kind of book. But what other part of speech do we have that goes with a noun?
Article.
Yeah, we have articles. Do I have an article here?
No.
I have the book. Think about your practice with your article phrases. We have an article here. The is one of our articles. And then I have our new word, shut. Well, that was an action, wasn't it? Remember how much fun you had shutting your book? Yeah, that was an action. So we're going to symbolize that, as you remember from your primary class, with the red circle. The red circle represents our ball. But we have these nice flat circles because having a whole box full of these would probably get difficult for us to manage.
Where's the action in now?
Okay, so there is our first sentence symbolized. Shall we do another one?
The noun family.
Use some tape.
Okay, let's do this one.
I don't think the action is in the noun family.
So who can read that first phrase for me?
Speak a word.
Speak a word.
A word.
Okay,
Hi.
Yes, anything.
everyone do that
What's
action.
your word?
Speak a word.
Hi.
Great. Okay, and stop. Okay, cool. I will make that sentence for you.
Speak a word.
Okay. And then the next phrase on this card says,
Speak a world.
what does the second phrase say?
Whisper.
Whisper a word.
Whisper a word. Okay, so instead of speaking a word, this time you're going to whisper. Can you do that, please?
What would you like to whisper?
I'm going to trust that you are whispering. I cannot hear you. Okay. So let's go ahead and symbolize. Okay. Who would like to help me find the noun?
Black.
Yes.
Black.
Which word?
Triangle.
Mia, do you have an idea?
Word. No.
Right.
Not sure? Okay.
Black
that's all right.
triangle.
Word.
Black
Yes.
triangle.
The black is a noun, right? The word.
Okay. How about you, Owen?
Yeah.
I bet you know.
Remember, open the book. Book was a noun. Now we have say, whisper, word. Word is a noun.
All right.
The
Our
action is
noun in this sentence is word. Word is our noun. Okay, and what part of speech do we have? Let's reflect back on our noun family. What part of speech do we have that always goes with our noun?
Article.
The article. Who can help me find the article in this sentence? Yeah, a word. It means any word will do, right? A word. That's our article. It goes with our noun.
I'm missing.
And then we want to find our
Circle
action.
BB.
And our action was
Whisper.
whisper. Very good. So we have symbolized another sentence. Okay. You guys have all, I'm assuming you all don't have grammar boxes at your house. But what you do have is paper and
Yes.
pencils. So if we
Yes.
were to write some phrases, just like you did with your adjective practice and your article practice, let's see, a good sentence for this would be, how about Daisy?
Remember
black and blue. Martha?
Yeah.
You need red? Blue and
No,
black?
I just need this and that.
You don't need red?
No.
A nap. Okay, let's symbolize that together. Go ahead and just call out what you see. Do you see a noun here?
Action. Article. Adjective. And noun.
Who sees a noun in this sentence?
Me.
Henry, help me out. Which part is the noun?
Nap.
Nap is a noun. Very good.
Black. And this is blue.
Do we have any
You
others?
need red?
What folder?
You
Daisy.
need red?
Yeah, Daisy. Thank you. Daisy is also a noun. Okay. What else? Do we have any of the words that go with nouns?
Article.
We do have an article. What's the article?
You look this blue.
Tape. A.
Thank you,
What?
Henry. We have an article right here.
Adjective.
And we need an action. Where's the action in this sentence? Takes. Very good. So you have the supplies at home that you need to do some practice on paper right away. Okay? Just like we have been doing in the classroom, you can write some sentences and symbolize them. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to me and I'm going to mute everyone so that I can quickly tell you about the other things I'm gonna be, ooh, Jack, you had a whole page already. Nicely done, mister. I wanna tell you about some other resources I'm gonna be getting ready for you later today. I'm going to post a picture of this chart because I don't think you've had the opportunity yet to talk about this, and I want you to try to make one if you can. Go ahead and make a chart of the noun family. And I have a second chart that goes with our verb. This is our verb chart. I will also post a picture of this. And here we have our noun family, our noun, adjective, and article. They are part of their family. And it is the verb that gives life to these parts of speech. Because nouns, remember my pyramid? It can't do anything all by itself. But with the verb, we now have action and life that is given to these parts of speech. Just like the sun gives us everything we need to live, the verb gives action and gives life to those other parts of speech that we know. So I will post a picture of this. I would love to see your verb charts and your noun family charts that you will make. Okay, but Mrs. Fortun, how are we going to practice the grammar box? Well, I have a solution. I purchased a set of printable grammar boxes from another Montessori teacher out there. I will confess, they're not the way that I would have made them if I had been making them. But I think they're good enough for you to print out with your parents' permission. I don't ever want you printing anything without talking to your parents first, because it's a lot of pages. And if you need a printed copy from me, I'll print some out and have them ready next week if you want to come and pick them up. But you can print them out and cut them out and practice with the grammar box at home. But I'm also going to give you lots of other things you can do to practice. You can do lots and lots of this. This is great. I'm also going to make a video this weekend of myself reading a book about verbs. So you could watch that. You could make yourself a dictionary of all the verbs that you hear throughout the course of your day. I mean, think about right now, the people in your house. What kinds of actions are happening in your house right now? I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead and tell me what kinds of actions are happening.
Right. They sleep.
The refrigerator.
They sleep.
My sister's walking
They're
over to
sleeping.
me.
No?
Walking,
Why? Really? Student.
Like the
talking,
grandfather clock is ticking.
ticking. Okay, the clock is ticking.
They're sleeping.
Sophia's lying on my chair.
Perhaps someone is bothering you. That could be happening, sure.
Fish are swimming in the pond.
Fish are swimming, okay.
In the pond.
Maybe someone in the house is eating or resting or working
My
or
baby
listening.
sister is
There's lots of
smiling.
actions happening. So thank you for those. I'm going to mute you again. Make a list. You could even put a piece of paper up on the refrigerator. And every time you hear another action, ooh, I'm going to go write that one down. And you're going to make a dictionary of all of the actions that you hear. I think I skipped part of the lesson, you guys. Did I give you the name of this part of speech? I am off my game, you people. Okay, let's go back to the grammar box for 1 second. I can't believe I forgot. We have our noun. We have our article. Did we have any adjectives in this particular sentence? No, we didn't. And then we have our newest part of speech, which was our action word. And I bet some of you already know the name of this part of speech. The name is...
Show me the action.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're not that interested. We could wait. We could come back again next week and do it. Or would you like to do it now? All right, we'll do it now. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. It is called the verb. Have you heard that word before? Yeah, the action is the verb. And I'm going to switch back to myself for a second, because the verb, the reason we use the word verb for this is because the verb is a Latin word. Hi, Leo. A Latin word meaning the word. And if you remember from our chart, it is the action, it is the verb that gives life to our sentences.
I did
And
not.
so we use the Latin word verb from the verbum, meaning the word. It's so important to our language because it gives life to our sentences.
Just please, my God.
Isn't that cool? Okay, so I can't believe I almost forgot that. That's the most important part. How could you let me forget that, you guys? We didn't forget. These lessons that we're doing over the computer, they are not perfect, but I'm glad we have the opportunity to do them together. And you're gonna have lots of things coming your way, so check your Google Classroom for more things to do with practicing verbs. A question that the other group had, that I imagine you might have too, is these lessons that we're having over the computer, are you going to be able, when we come back to school together in the fall, are you going to be able to do these lessons, or do you need another lesson when we're back together? And the answer is, you have now had a lesson on this grammar box. When you come back to school, you will be able to take this off the shelf and work with it, okay? You may need a bit of a refresher because you haven't been able to have your hands on it today the way we normally would. But you're definitely checked off the list. You've had this grammar box 4, and it is a lesson that you can take off the shelf and do when we come right back to school in the fall, okay? Sound good? Any other questions before I let you guys go?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I sure did enjoy seeing you guys today.
Is there any?
And I will see you at Read Aloud. Okay?
Is there
All
any
right.
more like lessons today?
No, I don't have any more lessons for you today, Jack, but I'm going to be posting more activities to do. Oh, by the way, you've had Grammar Box 4 today, but you also have all had Grammar Box 3 and Grammar Box 2. So when I post these materials, you are going to have access to the materials that go with Grammar Box 2, Grammar Box 3, and Grammar Box 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I am hoping that just like in the classroom, our lessons are just the beginning. They are just the starting point. And after we have a lesson together, you guys go off into the classroom and you practice in a number of different ways. I am expecting you to be doing that at home. Take the materials that I provide in Google Classroom
That's what I'm
and
doing.
go figure out how you want to practice the verb or the adjective or the article or the noun. Okay, sound good?
Yep.
All right. I loved seeing you this morning. I look forward to seeing you again at Read Aloud. Okay, thanks for coming. Bye, guys. Take
Wait,
care.
I have a question.
Yes, Leo.
What are you were talking about?
Well, Leo, I'm afraid the lesson started at 10. So we did the grammar box together before you joined in.
Because my mom forgot to.
Yeah, that happens. It's okay. There are a couple of other people that didn't get to join in. But guess what?
Well,
I'm going to post this lesson where you can go back and watch it.
okay.
Okay, so I'll go get busy on that right now, okay?
Okay.
I'm really glad I got to see you. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Okay, bye, kiddo. Bye, guys. See you later.
Bye. Bye.